Good morning, guys. Welcome to Words from a Friend podcast. I'm your host, Marty Carey, and this is the podcast that follows my book, Words from a Friend, a daily guide to a purposeful life. It's available at Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com. We're on a 365-day inner journey together, so happy to have you along. We are on day 54 of that journey, and it's the February 24th date. Happy February 24th. We're almost there. Did you see the temperatures coming for this next week? I think it's at 70. Is that absurd? That's terrific. It's all going away. All that snow. I know there's some snow lovers out there, but all right, you've had enough. All right, you've had enough of your day. Let's have some spring. Okay, today's the power of acceptance. All right, first thing off, right off the bat, First thing off, I ended yesterday's show with a great story, and if you're watching on Instagram, it got cut off. And I told you on the end, like a dingbat, that when I'm on Instagram only allows like 20 minutes, and I'm the blabbermouth, so 20 minutes usually isn't enough. So please watch it on YouTube. Is the best place to watch it. I post there the earliest in the morning to YouTube, and so you can watch it first there. And then I, later in the morning when I get up, I'll post it on Facebook and Instagram. So if you want the earliest version, if you're a really early bird, you're going to the gym early or whatever that may be, go to YouTube and watch it. And then you get the full episode. You don't have to worry about getting cut off the end. And I'm sorry about that. So it's only Instagram that does that. All right. So also, somebody grabbed my Facebook thing and was reaching out to people. I don't reach out to people. If I do, you'll know it. You'll know it's me. Trust me, you'll know it's me. All right. So don't get scammed. A lot of scammers out there. I don't do that, all right? So, and my book is $22 online. Somebody was had it on there for $64. Some nincompoop reseller on Amazon. So, $22 book, something like that, $22.50, okay? And I hope you buy it. I really do. It's something that you can pick up any time of the day or night. You're going through some stuff and you want to bring yourself back to your center. Remember who you are. This is a great way to do it. And thank you. We appreciate it. When I say we, I mean my wife and I. She always appreciates stuff like that. Okay, the power of acceptance. This one power can free you from all suffering. It's also the hardest one to practice for most of us. I'm not saying it's going to free from all suffering. I'm saying that when we acceptance is the first phase to getting into real healing for ourselves. The acceptance. Power of accepting what is. There's lots of isnesses in life. It's nobody's fault. Can't control it. It just is. Okay? And so we have to face a lot of those isnesses in life. So accepting them and saying, I have what it takes to get through this. I know who I am. I know who's with me. I know who's going to be guiding me. I already know that there's going to be plenty of love around me going through this. All right? And that's where you start accepting, right from that point. Okay? You're not going to run right into panic. You're not going to run right into fear, which is exactly what your ego wants to do. Hey, let's go down to fear and make this thing 50,000 times worse. Nope. This is why you take command of your ship. This is the why. This is the why you practice. It's so that you have a very sound ship to navigate life. You want to have the best ship in shape for navigating life's waves, right? And then when we smooth them out, we're in those nice clear waters again. We have more power than we've ever known to calm our own waters and to help calm the waters of others once we know how to calm our own ship. And this is what this book is about. This is what this year is about. This is what life is about. It's about forgetting who we really are for a while and going, oh my God, I'm going to grow myself again. In my own terms, with my own thoughts, ones now that I am going to control, right? Control and say, these are the ones I'm going. You can't control every thought that comes in your head. I'm saying that you choose the ones that you want to, bring to life. Bring to life in your words and your actions, right? And leaving out the nonsense so you're not creating with it, right? You're not creating with colors that you don't want to create on your painting. Life's going to create enough of them on its own. Your job is to take the darkness and alchemize it means to pour your gold over the top of it and see what else you can, how else you can mold it, remold it, and reshape it. That's something that helps you to grow, become more wise, and move forward and help others with. Okay? The way shower. We can only ever be a way shower by going through it, anything that we go through, in the presence of it, not just fighting it and resisting it all the way through. That's where we bring more and more suffering upon ourselves. Okay? That's why being the captain of our own ship, say, I'm not doing that to myself anymore. I'm going to sail with God through this. I'm going to trust this time. I am going to have faith, certainly more of it than I've ever had this time. Okay? Because I really know, I'm in knowing now that I'm not alone, that this spirit is connected for all eternity to the best answers, the brightest answers, the best way forward that there is. Okay? The wisdom is within. It is within. You have eternal wisdom in there. I'm helping you to wake up to it. I'm just reminding you of it. Okay? And if this resonates with you, if this feels good to you in your heart, you say, that does sound like, yeah, of course. The other stuff is absurd. The other stuff is insane. The stuff I keep going around and around and around with, doing the same thing and expecting different results. The definition of insanity. It's the definition of our ego. Using the same old methods without ever examining them. For truth, for one thing, are they still true? Or are you just holding on to old stuff, old records, old scratchy records that don't serve, right? Play a new record. Put a new one on. Acceptance is an energy of love. Therefore, it is the highest energy there is. Love is the highest frequency. It's where all our best answers live. It's with our highest connection, where we recognize each other for who we are, and we can see the world for what it is, and that it really needs our help. It has enough of our scorn. We already scorn it every day because we see what's going on. It's ridiculous, disgusting. But it is the tail end of the old world. It's burning. It's like Escape from New York. And we're all Snake Plissken, jumping over the wall and saying, no, we don't want that stuff anymore. Nope, everything is overblown, chaos, reactivity. Nobody's in their center, right? But we're all figuring that out and saying, okay, how do we get back to that center as a planet? Well, you know what it is. It's kicking out what no longer serves us, the leaders of a narcissistic world. And it's a plan. It's a planned world. Now, I'm not part of that plan. I'm definitely not part of that plan. I'm part of God's plan, right? Be part of God's plan. God's army of light. God's army is an army of light. It just turns on and remembers together. That's the revolution. Remembering is the revolution. Remembering is the revelations. We have them every day. I may say something to you in here that you go, I had a revelation, an epiphany, right? And so that's why I say, a friend of mine said the other day, hey, listen, I was watching on Instagram and it got cut off. I go, I'm sorry. I really got to tell people about this. I've been procrastinating. And so if it got cut off, and he said, I ended up listening to it on your Facebook page, and the thing that you said at the very end is the thing that I needed to hear most. And he goes, so I'm glad I watched the full version of it. So please, if you're watching on Instagram, if you want to watch the full thing, I may say something that could be a nugget that is just for you. That is just for you. Okay? It's not a sneaky way to get you to watch the whole thing, but there may be something there for you. Okay? So I want you to see it in its entirety. A 20-minute cutoff. That's not enough for my blabbering Troy mouth. All right. There are two forms of acceptance you need to work on. The more you strip away judgment from your life and replace it with loving acceptance, the more inner peace, confidence, and the power, your personal power, you will know. Your life will change right before your eyes. Okay? It takes time to see that change, right? But even in the moment, somebody brings you a word of wisdom that you just needed to hear in a time of whatever it is, crisis, whatever it is, just a bad mood. And somebody comes in and says something to you, makes you laugh, changes your state. Okay, so it's easier to accept whatever it is that you were just going through and saying, thank you. Thanks for taking me off of that, man. That was going to whirl around in my head all day. if you didn't say that to me. That's why it's so important. You never know what you're going to say or do that is going to help somebody off a ledge that they are struggling with. It's a lot of mental stuff in this world, right? Mindset is everything. And when you train your own, you know, you've got, like I always say, Cesar Millan, the dog whisperer. You can help to whisper people. You can help to whisper people back into their own best self so they remember their own strengths, their own power, right? Doesn't have anything to do with your power. You're reminding them of their own. That's spreading light. That's spreading light. It's the most beautiful thing you can do in your life. Remind people of their own light. Okay, so here are the two we are all challenged with to some degree. And we have the power to be both, and that's the gold. It's who you really are. Practicing both as one of your life's intentions will release the power in you that gives you and creates all the good stuff. Okay, number 1, acceptance of yourself. Full acceptance of everything that's in that mirror, whatever it is. Okay, inside. You take that mirror and you shine it inside. What doesn't match up with what I really want? What doesn't match up with who I want to be? Okay, you take over that mindset of yours and you just create your dream self. And anybody else and their opinions don't matter. You're doing this for yourself. Like going to the gym, you're doing that for yourself. Learning to play guitar because you've always had it in your craw. You could be 61 years old like me. I still want to learn how to play the guitar. It's still on my list. But those are the things, and you do them. You do them. And that is going to be that thing that sticks in your mind when your ego wants you to become low. You go, oh yeah, but I'm learning to play the guitar and that makes me feel good. It takes the power away from the other thing that your mind wants to dwelling. Got to get rid of dwelling. Dwelling is huge in the ego. Dwelling on the negative. Oh, the dweller. Geez, I know the dweller really well. The dweller, no, don't dwell. If you're going to dwell on the swell part of your life, and that move back into gratitude. Have that list. These are the things I'm most grateful for in my life. And you look at those, and these are what reminds me of what God has given me already. And God always just says, go get what you want. As long as it's in line with goodness and a good way forward. Man, you're going to create some beautiful stuff. And you're going to automatically kick out garbage thinking that brings you down, like dwelling. It's an old, nasty habit, dwelling in the negative, creating stories. Once you dwell, that little hamster wheel of negativity starts weaving that story, doesn't it? Ooh, it's got all characters in there, and they're all guilty of something. They're all my enemy, and I've got to figure a way out to get rid of this and that. That's gross, isn't it? Gross thinking. That's what we get rid of. It's garbage thinking, right? It is the junk food of thought, dwelling in the negative. Nope. We're getting rid of that this year. There's no more of that. Okay, number 1, acceptance of yourself. From this day forward, accept yourself completely. Supposed flaws and all. You are a sacred piece of energy of God, of the divine. You insult your true self by not trusting it. I always go, I'm insulting God by not believing that I can. He says I can, right? Why do I think I can? I'm going out there and doing it, shaking and all. And then once you get over that, and then you go, thanks God, you pushed me. You pushed me through a door I needed to get through. And it wasn't comfortable. But so those times that are uncomfortable, God's pushing you through a door. Go through that door. Take him up on his offer, even if it's scary to move into something that your heart tells you want to do, you want to be, right? You want to have as part of your life story in a beautiful way. God always says yes to that. Let me show you the way. Ask him to show you the way. Every step, show me the way. Show me the best way to this next step. Because I did the first one. Show me the best way to the next one. Pray on it before you even go out in the day. Show me how to be the best at being me today. Show me my highest self. I'm going to put a smile on my face and make it real. Make it feel real throughout my entire self. Then you're in your full glow, baby. That's your full shine. You learn how to turn your light on and wield it. Simplest ways. Simplest ways. Nothing flashy. Just a beautiful person out there in the world doing good stuff, saying good things to people, and doing meaningful things. So at the end of your ride, you said, I followed God's plan for me, not my ego's. My ego wanted me to do all this other stuff, say all these other things, resent, not forgive, condemn, judge, right? Everybody's got their stuff. Everybody's struggling with stuff we don't know anything about. Do their best. And so just recognize that as yourself in another person. Jesus in another distressing disguise. That's the best way you can think. So that when you come upon something where your ego just wants to judge and condemn, punish in some way, say, I'd rather be centered with God and let God handle that stuff and just shine. If we all thought that was the easiest way, love is the easiest way. I always say ego complicates is the static in an otherwise clear channel to our own divinity, our own divine channel, to the light, which guides us. Right? We don't have to search for it. It's there. You got to uncover it by getting rid of the stuff get rid of the static within yourself. Okay. Let's see. You are a sacred piece of the energy of God. You insult your true self by not trusting it. Love yourself and let go of self-judgment, self-sabotage, and self-criticism. Yeah, you're doing that, aren't you? You criticize yourself all the time. No, that's the burn it, crunch it, and throw it away in your mind. That's where you got to start. Say, I'm not doing that to myself anymore. The hell would I do that? Why would I do that? Working in my sabotaging myself with negative thoughts about myself. If you got something to correct it. And then self-correct in time, in every present moment, so that you're weeding as you're seeding. You're like Johnny Appleseed, having a nice apple while you're spreading the seeds. As you go forward, just keep planting the good stuff, weeding out the old stuff that just doesn't really work. It's the best way forward. Weeding and seeding. All right. Love yourself to let go of the self-judgment, self-sabotage, and self-criticism. These are lies of the ego. No more. You suck the life energy out of yourself when you do this. You're sucking out your own energy. It's like a hole in a bucket. You're filling it with all this good stuff, but you got a hole in the bucket because you're criticizing yourself, having crappy self-talk, and you're not moving in your own best interest. You're criticizing yourself. Doesn't the world want to do that enough? No way. That's part of being your own best friend. Letting that demon out of you. Get out. Out and see. All right. You are beautiful and incredible, and get with it. Be your own best friend from here forward. You are lower than no one and higher than no one. Don't get all arrogant in your journey forward. Feel good, and then you start putting other people down. No, sir. You get up. You help other people up. You move forward. You help other people move forward with the wisdom of what you've found. Even if they don't take it, maybe there's a nugget in there, a seed. Don't ever be afraid to share a seed. You don't have to go out there and blab it all over town, but if you're asked, if it comes to you, you'll know it. God will present it to you, and you say, I know this. I've been through this. God put this person in front of me because I have something to share with them that may brighten their day, help them forward, or just make them feel good, right? That's it. Number 2, acceptance of others. Accepting people as fellow souls, all here on their own divine mission, and we all know nothing about. Most of the time, we know nothing about people we pass by, and people can come into our life and you just think it's an accident, or it's not an accident. There's something there. Shine a light on it if you feel it. Take care of it there. Splash a little spritz of gold on that, and you'll be doing your part. You'll help with the shift of your own mindset into the higher realm. Everyone needs to be loved. This is the life energy of love that sustains our very existence. Love is the lifeblood of our life force. And if we spread that, we're shining the whole planet up. I say it every day. And we all have a part to play in that. The feeling of being accepted brings freedom to both parties. You know how important it is to feel accepted? And you're that person, you see other people busting the other person's nuts, and because they're just starting out, and these guys feel they're all uppity up because they've been through where that guy is, and now they're making him feel like a nincompoop. Don't be that guy. Be the guy that goes over and says, "Hey, ass nuts, we're bringing him in. He's a brother now. He's a brother or a sister, and we're going to help that brother or sister move up the ladder like we did. Maybe not like we did. Better than we did. Better than we did. You know, I know a bunch of people that work in the trades. They go, "Oh man, it is a festival out there of negativity," and it's like, be the light in that. Be the light in that. All right, be the one that's whistling Dixie and bringing other people up. You will be so appreciated, even if people don't tell you. That's so appreciated. And wherever you work, whatever that is, accept people as they are, where they are in their own lives. Okay? Because everybody's at a different part of their journey. So do your very best every day to accept others the way they are. If they are where they are in their life, and they are both your teacher and student. If you think you're up here, you don't have anything to learn from people because your ego wants to judge them into oblivion already with they've got nothing to teach me. Look at how they, no, you're being taught right there that your ego's a jerk. You're being taught right there if you're awake. Oh my God, just look what I just thought about that person I know nothing about. I don't know their sufferings. I don't know if they were batted around as a kid or whatever that is. You don't know. That's why acceptance of where they are and is so important. Everybody wants to put other people down so that they can feel good about themselves. That is not spiritual warrior stuff. That is ego ass nut stuff. You don't want to be that. No, that's no good for you. That's collecting that in your house. And you want that house open. You want that heart open. We're going into the era of the heart, where our true currency, our highest currency, is our heartfelt energy. All right? And that's it. That's the highest currency. It's the one that, when we give it to each other now, it's better than money in so many ways. I know you want to say it's not. But when you're down and out, say, if somebody accepts me and accepts me where I am and is willing to help me up, yeah, baby. That's it. Who else is going to help you? That person. That person is worth their weight in gold. Okay? Because they're bringing gold. They're bringing gold. So you be a gold bringer. The best way you can. I would say you can't always do it, right? But however way you can. Sometimes it's just a simple, I see you. I accept where you are. And this is what helped me through where you are. And, other people go, "Oh, God, don't go near them. They're in a crazy time." Yeah, well, we've all been through that dark night of the soul where we all feel like we're becoming crazy. Don't believe that. You're going through a change that you're going to get through. You're going through a growth phase where you're going to peel off stuff that no longer serves you. And God is saying, "I'm going to kick you through a new door." All right? If you're kicking and screaming and anxiety and all that stuff, man, just know, center yourself. Right? Stay calm because you're going to get through it. You're absolutely going to get through it. Do that in your favor. Listen to stuff like this. Read stuff like this. Keep your mind out of the gutter of negative thinking. Move yourself up into truth. Trust, knowing, belief that there is people all around you to help you get through that. Okay? Much love and light, my friends, today and every day. And reminder, if you're watching me on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button so we can spread the love. Have a great day, guys. You know what to do.